Hey, this is Mikelat from Building Aspirations, and I am excited that you are here. I am going to help you create your marketing budget. I'm going to help you understand what reasonable numbers are, because so many times people say, oh, you need to invest, or you need, but you don't know what reasonable is, especially if you're just starting your business and you have skill sets, you have knowledge, you have expertise, but maybe not marketing and maybe not budgets. So gosh, I wish somebody could just give me a sample budget. Here you go. Doing it. So let's start with the revenue goal. Okay. If you are a success-minded individual, you understand that you have a goal, and then you need to determine what steps you need to take to achieve that goal. You need to start with the end in mind. So let's say your goal is to create a relatively meager $1 million in gross revenue next year. Okay, for the typical small to medium-sized business, that means you need to invest 30% in your marketing. 30%. Not my number. This number is from the Small Business Administration of the United States that has been collecting data since basically World War II. And it knows from longitudinal studies and intense scrutiny and statistical analysis of the numbers that you need to invest 30% of your gross revenue in marketing activities. That's a big number, but it's required. This is a primary reason most small businesses in the United States fail. And if you are a new business, guess what? It might need to be 50% because nobody knows about you. Just because you have a super duper awesome store doesn't mean people are going to show up on the first day. They don't know that your store is there, right? Seriously. Oh, I have a great product. Okay, but the product's invisible to the marketplace. It doesn't matter, okay? Now, the overwhelming majority of you are actually spending 2% gross revenue on your marketing efforts. 2%. Okay, the Small Business Administration, from roughly 60, 80 years of data, says it should be 30%. You think you can get away with 2. Okay, if you take what you're doing and multiply it times 10, that's still not enough. You really need to ramp up your efforts. Again, not my opinion, substantiated fact. So if you look at this, 30% of $1 million is $300K. So that comes out to $25,000 a month. All right, so let's break it down more specifically. Let's say online is 30% of your activity, offline marketing efforts 70%. Now let's start with the bigger number here first. Okay, salary, if you are a typical small business in the United States, 60 to 70% is roughly analogous to what your salary, what your wage costs will be. So right here, these are your monthly expenses, roughly 10K. So maybe that's 2 staff members, maybe that's 2 junior staff members and a manager. I mean, there's various ways you can look at these numbers, okay? Maybe you have a basic wage rate, but maybe there's some type of incentive, bonus structure, something like that. And again, these are examples, and they're not perfect, but here, this is undeniable. The what should be versus what the reality is so enormously different. Okay, so let's say your monthly spend is $10,500 for wages. Maybe you've got some printing at $1,000. Maybe you've got some shows. Maybe you don't go to a trade show every month, but you know what? Maybe there's like 3 or 4 per year. So across the month, maybe that's $1,000. Maybe there's some associations and some chamber fees and various things. So, $6,000 over the entire year. Direct mail campaigns, you send out that could be a relatively small number. That could be 300 pieces. Because you have to print the pieces, send it out, mail it, and get the labels. So, okay, and then basic ads, and then, overhead. And this overhead is pretty low. I have it at 14%. It probably should be 20 to 30%, especially in California where I am. So, there. So, now, when you look at this, you're not doing too much, really. This is not a lot of stuff. And these numbers, look at the percentage-wise. Okay, because you got the person over here. Now, let's say that you realize the value of online marketing and you want to invest a little bit more time and energy and money into this area. So let's say 30%. So 30% of this monthly cost right here is $7,500. So you can do email marketing, SEO, content creation, online ads, list building, CRM for $7,500. Okay, so this is an example of what I do, how I help my clients. So look at these numbers right here. Okay, this one right here, significantly different than this one. Okay, what do you think is going to add more value? Online marketing, where do people spend the most of their time? I mean, what do you do with your direct mail? I mean, can it work? Yeah, of course it can work, but I don't know. You know, are you clicking more on websites? Are you looking stuff up in Google, or are you impressed with the postcards? You know, I mean, I don't know. But you know what? Let's say you have like super minor goals. Let's say 100,000. Okay, you just want $100,000 in gross revenue. Now what happens is that you got to do all this stuff yourself, because I don't know of anybody who's going to do SEO for you for $100 a month. I mean, even if you outsource this, there's no way. Email marketing, yeah, okay, you can get the software, but guess what? You got to do it yourself. And you know what? You don't have the money to pay these people. That's a salary of $12,000 a year. No, you need to spend money to be successful. That's just the way it goes. Okay, so what I want you to do is pick these things that add the most bang for your buck. And for most of you, if you are limited in cash, it's right here. It's the online marketing, and this is what I help you with. I've been doing email marketing for about 20 years. I have expertise in SEO, content creation. I mean, just look online. Google my name, okay? You're going to find stuff. You're going to find 880 videos on YouTube. So if you see the disparity, if you understand you need to invest, but you want to invest for the highest return, you probably need to transfer some of these funds over here, and I can help you do that. This has been Mark Mikelat from Building Aspirations with a quick little tip on creating your annual marketing budget. Hey, make sure to click subscribe to the channel so that you're notified when we post new videos. And if you want a consultation with me, just click on one of the links in the box below or visit us at buildingaspirations.com. Hey, thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.